Hey guys, what's up? Jimmy here with another Lots of Games video, and today I'm going to be doing a top 20 games for 2014, and very fortunate to say today helping me with this list is Joel Valley with Media Glitch. Joel, thanks so much for helping me out, and very curious to see what your top 20 picks are as well.
I know it was a hard list to make. I actually think 2015 is going to be the hardest list I've ever had to make, just looking at the lineup for next year. But this year was a good year as well, so let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. There actually, Joel, there were a couple games that did come out in 2014 that would have definitely been in the top 10 list. The two games was The Last of Us Remastered, and also the other one was Metal Gear Solid Rising: Revengeance. Metal Gear Solid Rising: Revengeance actually was released also on the PC this year. It was released on the 360 and PS3, I think in 2013. Both those games came out in 2014, but I didn't have them in my list because they're kind of like a re-release. And The Last of Us, The Last of Us Remastered was on the PS4, but the original was on the PS3 in 2013. So I wanted to make sure that I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget anything. And guys, definitely let me know your top 10 or however many games you thought impressed you in the comment section below of what interests you. But let's go ahead and get started. My 20th pick was The Crew. So Joel, what was your 20th pick for 2014?
Well, it wasn't The Crew. It didn't even make it. And what I'm gonna say is probably you're gonna get a lot of hate comments. Probably you can just direct them to my channel. It's fine, because what I'm about to say, number 20 was Destiny. And hey, at least it made it on the list, right? It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. I like it has the best feel of a shooter. It feels good, everything, but I couldn't get into it. So it's top 20. It's on the 20 list. What do you want?
Definitely not for everybody. My 19th pick was actually currently I got it and played it on the PC. Goat Simulator.
Oh right, Goat Simulator. Yes, I haven't played it yet, but now I have to if it's on your top 20. My number 19 is Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I think that's what it's called. It's a really long name, but for the Wii U. I actually got a chance to play this just the other night, and it has so much charm. It probably would be higher on my list if I had more time with it, but it comes in at number 19.
Awesome. That one looks like a lot of fun. Absolutely. I can't wait to play that one. So in at number 18 for me is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes.
I didn't even play that one yet. Ooh. I feel bad, but my number 18 is Hyrule Warriors.
Nice.
Yes, I really like that game. It's fun. I mean, it's Dynasty Warriors with Zelda skin. So
my number 17th pick is actually, I believe it's a PC exclusive. It's called Cloud Built, and basically it's third person, but it's kind of like it's a very fast-paced third-person game where there's like parkour. Definitely check out the trailer because I know a lot of people aren't familiar with this game. It's called Cloud Built. It's pretty fun.
My number 17 is Lego Movie, like video game.
All right, okay, I'll be talking more about that soon. Let's see here. My number 16th is Assassin's Creed Rogue and I got it for the PlayStation 3.
My number 16, and you're probably gonna get mad at me, Jimmy, but it's Far Cry 4.
Okay.
But it made the list, and you know what? I had fun just leaving you with those wolves to die. And I had fun, playing the multiplayer. But Jimmy, I have a hard time with FPSs. It's really hard for me. So it comes in at number 16.
All right, right on. My number 15th pick is Velocity 2X. I played it on the PlayStation 4. It's like a cross between a top-down shooter and a 2D platformer shooter. Very, very fun, solid game. Very simple, but I really enjoyed it.
My number 15 was Shovel Knight for the 3DS. This is platforming at its best. This is where the list gets hard because now all the top contenders, already start to come in at 15. But Shovel Knight, man, if you haven't played it, you have to play this game. Especially if you like the old school, you like the retro, the platforming, level design, great. I'll stop right there, but that was awesome.
I have not played Shovel Knight, but seriously, that's been one like that I've been just like dying to play. So I cannot wait to play that one. I love platformers, and I heard that that one's just pretty epic. My 14th pick is Sniper Elite 3. Just a real nice, great looking, great playing third-person shooter.
My number 14, and it's Smash Brothers for the 3DS. I've never played it for the Wii U. I still haven't had a chance to. I mean, I played it like 1 or 2 matches, not enough to give a fair assessment. I have it for the 3DS. It's awesome. Love it. Great game. That's what I got to say.
Looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to play that one as well. So my number 13th is the standalone expansion game Infamous First Light. Pretty good. A lot of fun.
I just downloaded that. I want to play it. We'll talk more about that later. My number 13 is Mario Kart 8. Now, I don't want people to get mad like, what? How can Mario Kart 8 only be at number 13? Listen, I didn't have a lot of time with some of these games, but I know I played them. I loved them, and I desperately want to get a Wii U of my own because of the Wii U games that made it to the list. Because Wii U had an amazing year for releases, and I can't wait to get one.
My number 12th pick is Destiny. Destiny almost made the top 10, but if it had like, I had a lot of fun with Destiny, but if it had more of a story, it definitely would have cracked the top 10 for me. It's a fun first-person shooter, but like you said, the list starts getting hard now.
Number 12 was Killer Instinct Season 2. Now, this would be a lot higher on my list if, when they released a season, it was like all the characters. This is my biggest complaint with the Killer Instinct, the re-release. It's a beautiful game. Everything's awesome. I love it so much. But the fact that like you get one guy every once in a while, that's what keeps it from feeling like a complete game, and that's why it makes it to number 12.
In at number 11, another game that almost made the top 10, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
My number 11 is it's an independent game. It's not very long, but the charm of this game, and just like, this is the game that if you have a girlfriend that doesn't play video games, this is the game you bring her in. It's called Never Alone, and it's a 2-player game. One person's an Eskimo, one person's a dog. I like where they're going, like making it educational. I don't care too much about what they're trying to teach, but I could see something like this catching on to other games. It's innovative, and that's why it's on the list.
So guys, we just went over the 20 through 11th picks. Joel and I, our picks for 2014. Now we're going to just jump right into our top 10 picks. So Joel, tell me, start things off. What is your number 10 pick for 2014?
What I've noticed is that this is on nobody's top 10 or top 20. I don't know why, because I absolutely love this game. I can't pronounce it. I'm going to try. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z. Now, this got bad reviews all around. Not very many people like it. I don't know why. It's not a Ninja Gaiden game, but man, it is so much fun. The graphics are amazing. The music is great. And it has difficulty, which is something I feel like we need in this day and age in video gaming. So, like, I really liked it. That's my number 10.
Oh, I was curious about that. I'll have to check that one out. My number 10th pick, actually, and I kind of went back and forth with this one, but I really enjoyed it. I'm a sucker for open world games, and yeah, you'll definitely see that in this list, but my number 10 pick is Watch Dogs. A fun open world game. A little bit disappointed with it, but overall, I really, really enjoyed it.
My number 9 was on your list, Velocity 2X. I love this game. This is like Metroid meets every awesome shmup there is. It is just so good. I have never played the first one. I know this is a sequel. Man, they did such a good job. The controls at times when you're first starting are kind of confusing, because to shoot at a ship and then to shoot as when you're walking or running is different. But other than that, I have no complaints about this game. This game is so good. You have to play it if you haven't.
My number ninth pick is just a real beautiful game. Number 9 is Child of Light, published by Ubisoft. And if you're into like old school RPGs, check this one out. I'm not sure how many people got the chance to play it, but I really enjoyed it. Big fan of old school RPGs, but it has this really nice watercolor look to it. The visuals are gorgeous, and at times it's kind of simplistic, but a very actually relaxing game. If you had a hard day at work, want to play something relaxing, something beautiful, definitely check out Child of Light.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. So my number 8 is The Evil Within. And this is another game that, well, basically in the circle that I hang out with, I didn't read too much as far as the magazines and stuff, but the people that I hung out with did not like this game. And I don't know why. I really liked it. I love the story. I love the macabre, I guess. I love the blood and the gore. So like for me, this thing was made for me, and I just had a great time with it.
Awesome. Fantastic. I still haven't played that one. I'll have to check it out. My number 8th pick is the Lego Movie, the video game. Now, on the surface, you're like, oh, this is kind of too kiddie, but it's just a solid action adventure game. So much fun. It's so much fun to play in co-op. I love the sense of humor. You know, a lot of it, takes place with, if you've watched the movie, pretty much most of that you'll find in the game.
I will say this about the Lego games. Well, this one in particular, like I played for hours and hours and hours, and then I was looking at the trophy list and I realized I hadn't even scratched the surface of this game. They pack everything into these games. It is so good. Like I love that game. My number 7 is Strider. Now this is I think it would be higher up on the list, except that I felt like the environments didn't change enough. You're always in this city. You're always in like this metallic industrial thing. I would have liked to have gone to like the Amazon. I would have liked to have gone to like, the ice caps. Major nostalgia here. It's Double Helix did a great job making this game, bringing it back, using the old school music to touch those nostalgia nerves. It was and the gameplay, everything is great, and the graphics are solid. I just wanted more variety, I guess, and that's why it didn't make higher on the list.
That's a solid one, definitely. My number 7th is Skylanders Trap Team. Again, this is a game that has, these games in my top 10 are games I had a lot of fun with, and Skylanders Trap Team, just a really fun, enjoyable game there's so much content and so much to explore, and some of the things are pretty simplistic, but it actually has RPG elements where you could level up your characters, get new powers, and you were talking about Strider, you wanted a little bit more diversity. There's so much diversity with Skylanders Trap Team with the different levels, and there's a lot of different levels and zones that you get to check out, so it's definitely an easy pick for me for number 7.
Awesome. My number 6 is South Park Stick of Truth. And I did a review on this. My kids are in the back there cheering. South Park, what a interesting way to do, like to take an IP, and make an RPG out of it. One that's already here, one that's famous, and make it all fresh and do it good. They did it well. I mean, it's crude, of course, but they did it well, and it was a fun game.
I've heard great things about it. Fantastic, Joel. So my number 6th pick is Infamous Second Son. And again, I love open world games, and this one is like, really, I think, does justice on the PlayStation 4. I love the Delson character. He's just fantastic. Very likable personality. My only gripe with the game was it just a little bit longer for me. I probably would have been a little bit higher, but 6 out of 20, not too shabby. I really enjoyed Second Son.
My number 5 is, I'm not gonna be able to do this and hold them. So, is Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor. Wow, man. I don't know if there's a Lord of the Rings game I like. I feel like they're just all kind of the same. But this one took me by surprise. Open world, do whatever you want. I just ran into this game. I'm like, you know what? I don't even care if I die. I don't care if I do it wrong. I'm just going to go around and I'm going to slice some throats and I'm going to kill some people. And eventually I just started, ranking up or ranking down the generals and killing people. And it was just such an interesting fighting system that they have. And I just loved this game. It was so much fun. I haven't completed it yet, but I'm close to the end.
My number 5th pick is Alien Isolation. This is a game, and I mentioned in my review, it's where less really is more. There's not hundreds of enemies coming at you. There's a whole lot of atmosphere, though. Not a lot of games like this that come out, and I can see how maybe some people misunderstood this. IGN and GameSpot both gave this game really low scores, which got a lot of gamers upset because, for the most part, the gaming community has really embraced Alien Isolation. Very fun, an excellent atmosphere. The level design is just perfect in the sense of having to hide and sneak around. Absolutely loved Alien Isolation. Just really fun, and I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that one up since it's dropped in price so much. But so my number 4 is Bravely Default for the 3DS. Now this game is probably the game I played the most this year. It's not my number 1, but you got to put some hours in. The grinding is crazy. But what's cool about this RPG is that you can set your battles to auto, and you can just and let it do it for itself. If you don't want, to run into people when you're trying to make it to a town, you can turn that off. If you want to run into enemies every 2 steps, you can crank it up. There's just so many options to this game. And the story's great. It's fun. It brings me back to the old Final Fantasy days. And it's just, if you haven't played it, you need to check it out.
I heard great things about that 3DS title, and it looks like it's definitely be up my alley. My number 4th pick is a game that a lot of people actually despised for last year, and that's Assassin's Creed Unity. This is a game obviously that was plagued by a lot of technical issues. Also, depending upon what platform you got it for. And I feel really bad because, I had some technical issues, but not like some of the other gamers out there. But man, love this story. Love playing through in the game France. I don't know. It's honestly it's a lot of people probably disagree with this, but it's the best Assassin's Creed game I've ever played, and I really, really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, it did have those technical issues, but it's just a fantastic game. Fortunately, it has been patched, and so a lot of those issues that gamers faced have been resolved. But I really, really enjoyed Unity.
I kind of wish I would have played that when it first came out because, I love glitches. I don't like broken games, but I love glitches. And to see someone's face, not there, and just their eyeballs floating in the air, that would have been awesome. So, all right, so my number 3... and it could have been my number 2 if I owned the game, is Bayonetta 2. Jimmy, you have to play this game. It is incredible. The action starts and it does not let up. It is so over the top, so amazing. It just blew my mind. And in fact, after playing Bayonetta 2, I decided I have to get a Wii U now. I have to get a Wii U. It is so good. And I'm a big fan of the first one, and I can't find any faults in the first one. And then I played the second one, and then I realized, oh wow, they improved this and they improved this, and it's just so much more. It's just so better. I can't even talk. I'm messing up my words because it's so good. I love this game. It's so good, and I wanna buy a Wii U so I can see if the last battle is as epic as the first Bayonetta, because I remember that last battle in Bayonetta 1 being awesome. And wow, I didn't even know the Wii U was capable of cranking a game out like this. You guys have to play this game. It's so good.
My number 3 pick is Far Cry 4. Again, yes, I am a sucker for open world games, and I did get the chance to play some co-op with you, Joel, and you did unfortunately leave me to the wolves, which was pretty painful, but I forgive you.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Fantastic experience. The area is actually pretty big, and you can get from point A to point B a lot of ways, from hang gliding, boat, jeep, even elephants. You can ride elephants and take out cars, trucks, and soldiers. I don't know, just definitely my kind of game, and I I just really, really enjoyed it.
Well, my number 2 is what I think is a very underrated game, a hidden gem, if you will, on the PS4, and that is Infamous Second Son. This game, Jimmy, like I played the first Infamous. I played it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And I went to go play the second one after, and I didn't even want to play the second one because I was so burnt out on the first one. But Infamous Second Son, I played the whole game, and then I was like, I'm going for my platinum without a break, and I just went through the game, got my platinum, and then I'm excited to play the DLC. Like I'm just like I think this game is so good. I think it shows off what the PS4 can do. The controls are great, the story is great, but what really shines is the acting, which is not the norm for a video game. That the acting is shining through. In this, I really felt these characters. I felt like they were, I don't know, the way they were doing the faces, the way they delivered the lines, just brilliant. Love the game. Love it. Number 2.
Okay, my number 2 pick is a game that I did not think I was going to even have in maybe a top 10 when it was first announced. Because I'm like, oh, brother, what is this? But I was blown away at how good it was. And that is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Okay, so now this is an open world game where the world isn't as, like, I would say as large as something like a GTA or a Far Cry 4, but there's so much going on. There's so much activity. Sometimes in an open world game, you're like, where is everybody? But it doesn't take long for you, you're walking around with your character for it to be some type of interaction where whether you're picking a fight, or there's always people there. It's like kind of like a really an alive open world, which I was just really impressed with. Very fun, tons of side missions, a much different take than maybe if you're like really into the Lord of the Rings movies. Definitely darker. A definite must pick, must buy if you have. It's out for multiple different platforms, so check it out if it's available for your platform. I definitely suggest you give it a closer look. I'm interested, Joel. What is your number 1 pick? Please let me know.
I know here I can hear I can read the comments already. What people are gonna say. Oh, that's not a game. Blah 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 blah. My number 1 is the PT demo for the PlayStation 4. And now let me explain, Jimmy. Calm down, Jimmy. Calm down. Let me explain. Okay, what's going on here? I felt like this is the most innovative thing that I played this year. I love the way they hit it. It was a Silent Hills game. They hit it as a demo. You literally just it's a hallway, and that is it. And I spent hours and hours and hours in a hallway, Jimmy. In a hallway. And it's creepy. The environments freaked me out. I love this game. I love making other people play. I have actually an episode coming up where it's just like people getting scared playing this game. I think it's innovative. I don't think the Silent Hills game is probably going to continue that format. I hope it does, but I don't know if it will. But man, it was so well done. I don't know. Like that's gaming for me. Like, let's push the envelope. Let's see what's new. Let's try something. And it's first person, which says a lot because I don't like first person games. And this, I was totally in it. I was so in it. Love the game. I'm sorry if the audience doesn't like it. What do you want from me? PT number 1. Go check it out.
Awesome, Joel. I have it downloaded. I have not played it yet. I'll definitely have to make sure I check that out with your stamp of approval.
Are you scared, Jimmy?
A little bit.
What's your number 1, Jimmy? I gotta know.
Okay, so my number 1 pick. A lot of you guys out there, the reason why you play video games is to have fun. The game that I had the most fun with for 2014 is a game that was hyped up so much, and it was really a disappointment for a lot of gamers out there, but is one that I met the hype, met my expectations, and even went beyond what I was hoping it would be, and that is Titanfall. Okay, so should it have had a campaign or a story, a real story? Absolutely, it should have definitely done that.
It doesn't have a campaign? I've never played it. That's crazy.
It is a just entertaining ride, very fast-paced, there's wall running, there's double jumping. Again, this is another thing. If a game has double jumping and it does it really well, like, with like Bayonetta, occasionally you do that double jump. In Titanfall, I don't know, just so fast paced. And the great thing is when you finish a match and want to get into another match, it wasn't drawn out. You were into these matches really quickly. So the gameplay and the action is really fast paced, but also getting into the next round was really fast paced. And it had that kind of mentality, oh, just one more round. And being able to get into these massive titans or mechs and lay waste to anyone who would oppose you, very fun. And to be able to be one of the pilots or soldiers to hop on the enemy titan and take that titan down, something that's, just magnified, way bigger than you, and be able to take that down one way or another was also very, very rewarding. And I just had so much fun with Titanfall. I know a lot of gamers out there had an okay time, but overall, I was really impressed, and I had such a blast with that game.
I did not see that coming. Crazy. I've never played it, so I have to check it out.
All right, guys, definitely check out Joel's channel. It's Media Glitch. He does an excellent job. He does game hunting videos. He does movie reviews. He does game reviews. It's pretty fantastic. I've been subscribed to his channel for a very long time. I'll include a link in the video description. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, Joel, thank you so much for joining me today on this episode.
Thank you, Jimmy. We'll see you soon.
Talk to you later.